Hi, lovelies. You're probably watching this because you use Blender and you are having a hard time navigating through the software. So let's break down some of the most useful hotkeys that we can use. Starting with 0, 0 focuses on the main camera view. 1, you have front view. 3 is side view. 7 is top view. And if we just go back around here, just kind of get out of alignment with everything, and we press period. Oh, we're going to press the thing in the center of the screen, and then we're going to press period, and it zooms into that object. Same thing with this. Anything you want to focus on, you click it, use the period key. Now, you move an object and you want to move it back to where it started, we're going to use Alt or Option G. Same thing, rotate it, Alt R. And if you scale it out of size and turn it to its normal size, Alt or Option S. Next, grab key. So you press C or Shift C to deselect. So if we scroll out, we can press C, select all of that. Shift C deselects. Also, if we go here, we can see that it works in the timeline with the keyframes. Now we can talk about Control A. So if we scale this and we want to make that its permanent scale, then we do that, or we apply all. We had modifiers or anything like that. It makes it a lot easier than going and finding the individual button. Everyone's favorite, Control C is copy and Control V is paste. If you're on a Mac, as you can see on the screen here, it's Command. But if you're on Windows, it's Control. Alright, now we can go to Control Tab, which that just shifts the mode. So if you're selected on here, we're selected on the plane, so we can go to edit mode, texture mode, vertex mode, and it just prevents you from having to go here every time. You can just press Control Tab. And we go into edit mode, and I've already done something wonky with this. We go to edit mode and we delete one of these faces. Then we can go in and we can kind of click that around there, and we're going to press F to fill in the face. I can do more on specifically the edit mode if you want me to. Just let me know down in the comments. Alright, G moves it around. That's why if you press Alt G, it kind of removes it back instead of it being Alt M for move. M is for the location of the collections. You can get into that a little bit later too. I don't know a lot about that, but I can share with you what I do know. H hides. Alt or Option H unhides. Then we have I, and with I we can insert keyframes. I already have it like a pre-keyframed which ones I want, but if you don't, like when you load in Blender, you click I and you can click whichever keyframe that you would like to do. So if we go in here, let's say we copy this, and or let's just duplicate it. We're going to duplicate this, right? And we only want to select one of them. Go, and we can press the L key. We want to select the other one as well. Okay. That is a nifty way of selecting separate parts in one mesh. Alright, got a few more to go. We have O for proportional editing. That means if I'm to grab this, then if I had more things around, then it would grab, see the camera and the light are moving now, even though I haven't selected them. It's in proportional, it's like how proportional editing works. So if I select this one here, I can zoom into it and select that. If I move this with proportional editing, oh no, We move this with proportional editing. Then you can see that it moves either this one spot, we can zoom it out and it'll move everything within that kind of area space. Alright, next is another one of my personal favorites, Q, which is quick favorites. You go into anything really, and let's say you want to keyframe applying something, you go to that and you can right click it, add it to keep quick favorites. That way Q and everything you do from that point on, it'll be in your quick favorites. I like to keep mine short, but you might not like to have a little bit more quick favorites. That way you don't have to resort to as many hotkeys. So yeah, that's a good way to get a little bit around hotkeys. Now let's say we move, we put our cursor somewhere else. Alright, if we want our cursor back in the center of the grid, and just press Shift C, and it centers everything, well, not everything, but the cursor back to the center of the grid. Duplicate, I did this earlier on, but I didn't really explain the keys I was using. You're going to click Shift D to duplicate. Another one of my favorites is spacebar, which gives you like an immediate selection of like kind of quick items that people usually use in whatever editor you're in, but I usually specifically for the search bar. So whatever I know I'm searching for, I can search it here, or if I know what category it's under, I can kind of filter it out through that way. I kind of find that a little bit more useful if I know exactly what I'm looking for. And then finally, our delete key is X, and it'll usually always pop up, are you sure you want to delete it? And that's perfectly fine, because you don't want them to delete something that you don't want them to delete just by accidentally pressing the X key. So you always want to confirm, and it deletes, and Control Z to return it back. Alright, so that is some useful hotkeys. If I went too fast, I'm so sorry. You are welcome to go back and slow it down. If I'll try to do better if I do more of these, but let me know if this helped out. Let me know if you want any more tutorials and the comments, and yeah. Alright, thanks for watching.